Hey everybody, it's Gail from Gail's Bookish Things. I just got an order in yesterday from Amazon and I wanted to share with you some of these exciting new purchases. I've recently been interested in learning more about the Jewish feasts, or I am very not knowledgeable on that, but this features 5 of the main ones. So if there are more, well, I'm sure there are. Anyway, I don't even really know. Anyway, this is focusing on 5 because I've been really interested in learning more, I guess you could say, about the Jewish roots to the Christian faith. So that has really been interesting to me for a long time. So I found this, and I thought I was actually getting a kit, which included a study guide and a book by the author. Yeah, I forget the guy's name. Yeah, Dr. Sam Nadler. I don't know. I don't know if you've ever done that. You think you're getting one thing and you're getting another, but that's okay. I went ahead and just ordered the book and study guide. But anyway, I'm super excited about doing that and just taking the opportunity to learn more on my own of something that interests me. And then these 2 new Bibles, I am really excited about getting into. Okay, this is how this happened. I was watching Kat Woods. She has a great channel all about different Bible reviews, devotionals, topics that relate to primarily Bibles or Bible journaling. And her channel is the one, and also Sherry from Wholeheartedly from the Lord, that got me interested in doing what they are calling a garden Bible, just meaning that the Bible grows in size as you put your expression of worship into it. Is what I like to call it, illustrating a passage in some form or another. So, in a roundabout way, I'm trying to say that watching Kat Woods kind of piqued my interest in getting a smaller to hold, smaller Bible to read on an everyday basis. The ones I have that I do Bible journaling in have a little bit smaller print, and it's not bad if I'm in a well-lit area, but sometimes if I'm with a group in a room somewhere, like a Bible study, it can be a little bit hard if the room isn't really well lit. Anyway, sign of the times, right? Your eyes get old. So I liked this. I typically read the ESV. That's what this is. And Kat Woods was talking a lot about how much she liked this cover, and I would have to agree with her. It's very beautiful. It's not real leather. I was going to get a real leather one, and I just didn't want to spend that much money. So right now, but this size appealed to me. She called it one of her chunky monkeys. Because it's like all scratched there. That's like not good. I don't think Amazon always does the best on delivering books. I've had things come that have been kind of beat up before. I mean, it's going to get scratched up, but I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of a bummer that it arrived like that. But oh well, I'm not going to bother returning it. So it's got the pretty gold here. It's got a rich mahogany, they call it. Leather. It's what they call true tone. So who knows what that means. A nice way of saying fake leather, maybe. It doesn't bother me. It's fine. Anyway, so the big appeal to this was, one, the size. I really like this thickness here, and but it's not massive. It's kind of easy to grip, but it has this really nice print. So I thought on my everyday reading, this will be super easy, won't strain the old eyeballs, and I don't know, just be easy to read, and then I can still do my journaling in my other Bibles, but then this will make the passage very, very easy to read, and something that's not like a journaling Bible. I don't have one right in front of me, but to use this as an example, like I don't want to necessarily take this to Bible study or church, because it's kind of like, people be like, what on earth do you have in your hand there, and then you have to explain the whole philosophy of Bible journaling, which is fine sometimes, and sometimes other people think you're crazy. So this will just be a good on-the-go, take-with-me Bible. And then this is a similar size. These are both personal, this Bible and this one, the personal size. And I thought it would also be really helpful to have a study Bible that's not a humongous giant book. So a lot of study notes would be within a handy size like this. So this does not have the big print though. This was like a 12, let me look on here. I'm learning about this. 12 point type. And there's a lot of other features in that, but you can look up other videos. I don't need to reiterate what everybody else has said, but it has the words of Christ in red. It's the double column. And it has a concordance in the back. So if you're not familiar, if you want to find a word in the Bible, you can find that word here in the bold print and find places where that is located in the entire Bible. So anyway, I digress as usual. But so everyday reading, just reading, everyday studying. Possibly I would take this with me somewhere, but it doesn't have as bold of print. This is I think I read before I bought it, an 8 point. I don't know what that all means, other than the bigger the number, the bigger the print. We can look at this more carefully here in a second, but if this is of any interest to you, you can see perhaps the difference in this 12 and this 8. So this, this will be definitely readable. It's not microscopic, but it's not as big as that. So I'll just have to kind of get a groove and figure out how I want to use each one. But I chose the teal here in the gold. They also have a berry color. I couldn't find that on Amazon, but I don't really have anything this color, and I thought that was a pretty combination and something different. This is another, what Cat Woods was calling a chunky monkey, and I have to agree, and I love that about it. I'm drawn, of course, to the chunky traveler's notebooks oftentimes. This one isn't too massive, and then sometimes I like a little streamlined look, but there's something about the detail in the bulk that appeals to me. Here it's just chunky. I'm not going to add a lot of stuff to this. I may take notes in it, but I won't decorate it. So it's got this black insert. This is called a glue down something or other I've just learned. And we don't need to go into all this. This is kind of cool though. There's a little family tree that I might fill out, because I think someday some of my kids may be interested in that. Some of my older ones know more of the family tree than my younger kids. My in-laws have since passed away, and the younger kids hadn't gotten to know them like my older kids. So they might like a little bit of that history recorded. This appealed to me quite a bit for one, well, many reasons. I always have a for one. I don't know if there's how many reasons there are, but I liked the colors of it, and I have to like the colors of things to really have it resonate with me. Silly, I know, maybe you understand that. If you do, you know what I'm talking about, but I liked the fact that they had this green in here. And I liked that there was the gold gilding or gilting. And I just thought that the setup would be super handy with all the information in here. For example, they have maps, they have charts, they have cross-references, personality profiles. So if you're reading about, say, Habakkuk, which I've been reading about lately, you can figure out a little bit about him. There's this timeline. And a normal reading experience, I may not necessarily want all this, but I am really wanting to get into doing more study and not just devotional type reading. It's been a while since I've done a good Bible study, so definitely going to work on that. Textual notes and section headings. I thought that would be also very helpful to get some background information. And I know, let's look at Joshua. It's always hard to grab a page in a new Bible or a new book sometimes of any kind. So there's statistics about the book of Joshua, key people, key places, the purpose, the author, and then here we have it put in perspective of the biblical timeline, mega themes, an outline, the land that's being spoken of, etc., and all these kinds of notes. This is going to be super neat. I'm really excited about using this Bible. And you can go to Kat Wood's channel for thorough reviews. She knows all the language and about the different parts of the Bible or any kind of bound book, like these things here and all that. I'm not going to get into that. I just wanted to show you those couple of things. And on a different note, I received this book for either Mother's Day or my birthday, and this just past year in 2020, from my son Tim and his wife Courtney. Very creative. So if you like farmhouse style things and you like making things, this is a super fun book. It's got pretty pictures, it's inspirational, it's soothing. At the same time, it just makes you feel peaceful to look at it. And one idea that Lisa had in the book was to make these sachets with lavender, which I happen to have quite a bit of. Let me show you. This bag here is still quite full of lavender from my daughter's wedding from a few years ago. So we had more than we needed, and I've been using it in soaps, and now I decided to use it in these sachets. You just start out with 5x5 pieces of fabric, right sides together, sew it, leaving a gap, fill it with a combination of rice, lavender, and lavender essential oil to make it even more fragranced, if that's a word. And so, simple project, good way to use up your scraps. I liked the purple because it made me think a little more of lavender, but I just chose ones that I thought would go nicely with that scent, florally things primarily. And then I made this little one. My oldest daughter's getting ready to have a baby, and I'm going to snip off these straggly something or other threads. And I thought that it would be fun to give her, Kristen, this to put in the baby's drawer. Lavender, essential oils, and fragrance might be calming to the baby if this is with her clothes. Who knows? Gotta like the scent if you're going to want to use it, of course. But I had a lot of that, so it seemed like a good idea to me. And I just wanted to throw that out there. If you're a person who likes to sew and you have scraps of fabric, you can probably do that pretty easily. You could just fill it with rice too and put an essential oil maybe on the rice, and pick a scent that you like if you don't care for lavender. Anyway, this is called Simple Farmhouse Life by Lisa Bass. Let me see if I can get the publisher. There you go. And see, I even got an autographed copy. I feel special. Oh, here, let me show you the ISBN number in case you're interested in ordering that for yourself. So that's that. And then the last little newsy item, if you've been following my paper exploration, Sarah Martinez on her YouTube channel showed this paper some time ago. This is the Cosmo Air Light or something like that. You can buy it from Danica 58, I think it is, on Etsy. And it's basically a paper that's supposed to be fountain pen friendly, but I've been waiting to use it. I did do like a little tester back here. And I don't know what my first impression was, really, that I was overcome in delight by it, you know. It was fine, but I think as I write more than just a tester thing, I will be able to determine how I like this new kind of fountain pen friendly paper. It was a little bit expensive to pay for it to be shipped. I don't like to spend that much on paper, but I felt like since I have this hobby of fountain pens, I like writing with fountain pens, it would be good to be familiar with some papers that are fountain pen friendly. So I just thought I would take the splurge. I don't necessarily see myself buying this again, but I'll just have to see how I like the paper. It doesn't feel really all that smooth to touch it like this. This cover is super nice, very slick, very well sewn. I think part of it is, just a little press, and it lays pretty flat. Maybe not as much there, but yeah, go to Sarah Martinez and look that up if you want more information. I really don't know enough to expound on that, but I finished my little gratitude journal last night. This is a Taroko shop Traveler's Notebook insert. This is Tomoe River paper. I usually write in the front now. Yeah, 52 GSM Taroko shop. Got it on Amazon. Tomoe River paper. And I super enjoyed filling these books. They're not, they're probably an average size for a Traveler's Notebook insert. And that was also the appeal of this, is that, you get one book and you can use it for a while. That's also the downfall. If you don't like it, you still have to use it for a while or leave it unfinished. So, but anyway, decided to take the plunge and get that. But these I really, really enjoyed. I love writing on the Tomoe River paper with my fountain pens, and also sometimes I use these, you can see the glitter, they're those Pentel Sparkle pens. So let's just see how this fits in here. It's going to be pretty bulky, I think, because it's such a thick book. I may need to kind of redo how I'm using that. And I'm wondering, too, if I could slide the back cover into here. I might need to do that, but let's see. Well, that chunks that book, this Traveler's Notebook cover, up quite a bit. But that is not necessarily bad, because this cover was kind of designed to be another kind of chunky monkey. As you can see, it's got a thick spine. Grab a little ruler here. Can't remember exactly what it was. I think it was like a 1.5 inch, and it's a reinforced spine, so it gives it this more book look versus like a bend and fold kind of look. I'm sure there's technical terms for that. Those are my terms. Anyway, so yeah, I think that will actually work nicely. Kind of revamped my decor here and just put this card in from my friend Stacy. It was in a journal she gave me, and I just thought I'd use it there for now. Anyway, yeah, so that'll work. So my other books in here are, if you're interested, scripture writing, just picking a verse or two from whatever study I'm doing or whatever has meant something to me that day in writing it. This is prayer request, and then sermon notes. And then this will be my new gratitude book. That's going to be fun to fill. And I find once you get on a frame of mind of gratitude, it's easy to come up with more. You really have to encourage that looking for the blessings, or it's easy to get down in the dumps. I used to call that slipping into the pit of despair, kind of like on Princess Bride, if you're familiar with that older movie. But, you know, when we feed the negativity or just the feeling low, it's easy to just keep wallowing in that. And I say that sympathetically because I feel like I had some times in my life where it was very hard to rise above almost the comfortable, familiar feeling of feeling unhappy. So having a gratitude journal helps me adjust my thinking, and I can hear from the Lord better when I'm looking for the blessings He has allowed my life to have. So I think that book will work quite well. I can try it in the back cover if this doesn't work, but it seems like it'll be okay because the other things I have in there are not real bulky. This would fill up nicely a traveler's notebook like this, the original traveler's notebook made in Thailand. So yeah, this is not the original, but the original brand. This is not my favorite feel. I don't really like this suede-y. I was not expecting that. I don't think I would have ordered it, but I've liked trying it. It's not bad. But anyway, so that book would probably be all that a book this size could handle. So keep that in mind if you are wanting to order one of these. You're going to want to make sure, if you're going to carry it in a traveler's notebook cover, that you have a thick enough spine to accommodate that. Okay, well that's all I have for you today. A little bit of this and that, but just thought it'd be fun to have a little show and tell. So that's what's going on in my journaling world. And I know that my husband bought me a fountain pen for Valentine's Day, and I know that because I showed it to him and he said, okay, send me the link. And I know it because I saw the box come in the mail. So can't wait to get that. So we'll show another little product review in a few days. Take care. Hope you're doing okay. Look for the joyful things in your life and have a blessed day. See you next time. Bye.